So let's talk about it, man. We got Proverbs chapter 29, verse 18. I was about to say 28:19, which is actually a really good verse. It says, "The one who works his land will have plenty of food, but whoever chases fantasies will have his fill of poverty." You guys can't just be dreaming about it. You got to put in some work. But anyways, I want to talk about Proverbs 29:18. This is a really good verse. So if you got your Bibles, I recommend you read them and you pay attention to this verse. Let's read. Without revelation, people run wild, but one who listens to instruction will be happy. Let me repeat. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 18. Without revelation, people run wild, but one who listens to instruction will be happy. Now, this might sound similar to something that you're thinking about. There's a verse in the Bible, and it's the same verse, but a different translation, where it says, without vision, the people perish. Without vision, the people perish. At least that first part. I'm not necessarily too sure on the second half of that verse for other translations, but I know without vision, the people perish. And I remember doing some etymology on some of these words here. Without revelation, people run wild. And when there is no vision, the people perish. That word perish and like people running wild, that's not like they die and then like they just, No, this means people run wild, the people perish. It means to throw off restraint, to lose self-control. And I want to tell you something right now. I'm going to put this all together. I'm going to point it back on you. Wherever there is no vision in your life, you are not going to have any self-control. If you do not have a vision for what you want your body and your physique to look like, there is not going to be any self-control to what you put into your body in terms of food and in terms of liquid. When you don't have a vision for your finances and you don't have a vision for your wealth and you don't have a vision for where you want to go in terms of business and in terms of financial success, well, guess what? You're not going to have self-control to say no to the unnecessary spending. You're not going to have self-control to say no to opening up multiple credit cards. You're not going to have self-control to say no to making that impulsive purchasing decision. Wherever there is no vision, the people run wild. Wherever there is no vision, the people throw off self-control. So what does this mean in reverse? Wherever there is vision, you do have a sense of self-control. Wherever there is vision, you do have discipline. And I'm going to put it to you this way. Whenever you have a vision, that vision now disciplines you. And that vision now prompts you to have discipline to fulfill the vision. Because wherever there's a vision, you actually fundamentally know in your mind subconsciously that it's going to take a couple of steps in a formula to make that vision come to fruition. I'm using big words, but it's just the best way for me to explain it, so stick with me. For that vision to come to fruition, you gotta do a little bit of some things, and that's going to prompt you to have discipline to follow through on the requirements necessary to make that vision fulfilled. So you have to ask yourself this question, and I'll conclude with this because I don't want to spend too much time on this. I just thought it was really a good verse, and I wanted to come on here and talk about it. Do you have discipline? Yes or no? Do you have self-control? Do you have self-restraint? Here's another example. I'll use this one. Ladies, young men, wherever, if you don't have vision for that future husband or that future wife or just that future family, you probably don't have a lot of self-control when it comes to hooking up with and doing these one-night stands and chilling out and hanging out. Because I can speak from personal experience. I know I didn't, because I didn't have that vision. I didn't have self-control. I didn't have self-restraint. So I was going around getting with anybody and everybody because, hey, I'm living for the moment. I'm running wild, as the verse says. So ask yourself, wherever you don't have discipline, ask this question: well, do I actually have a vision of what I want this area of my life to look like? And if you don't, that's probably why, man. That's why you probably don't have discipline. Now, when you really get a firm, God-given vision for an area of your life, that will prompt discipline. And if it's not prompting discipline, it's because it's a futile vision and it's not really a real vision. It's just something that's arbitrary that you just came up with in your mind. So you need to really seek the Lord in this specific area. Remember, man, let the Lord be your guide, dude. And always remember that Psalms. I think it's Psalm chapter 37. Let me go to it. Verse 4, which says, commit your way unto the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart when you seek him with all your heart, or something like that. Let me go to it real quick. Watch this, you guys. Trust in the Lord and do what is good. Dwell in the land and live securely. This Psalm chapter 37, verse 4. Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you your heart's desires. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him, and he will act. Do that, you guys. And I guarantee you're going to start developing visions for areas of your life and where you want to go and where you want to take them. God bless you. Improve every day.